recall that day like it was yesterday when the neighbor came to tell us that he had found him. The calls that I made to his phone and they went unanswered. His birthday dinner that sat in the fridge for days because I couldn't throw it up. The cake that was waiting for him. When he came home, and he never did.
I'm just so grateful that we met.
I'm grateful that you can help these kids because if someone was around to help Tyler.
It all began to keep Tyler's memory alive.
And he reached out to a few of us and it was a no-brainer. I just started Googling, to be honest with you. So while doing some research, I came across a reel for the self-help tour. I fill out the form and I figured I'd just get a standard pre-written response from somebody sitting in your cubicle. But on a Friday night around 5 o'clock, I got a phone call. On the other end was the founder of Self-Help Tour, Caleb Joseph. And we had a conversation, told him what I was going through, you know, what had happened with Tyler.
He started telling me about a foundation that they had in honor of his nephew who passed away by committing suicide right before his 30th birthday.
I can remember saying that this has to mean something to him.
When I was overseas, right before I went home, like every single day, I thought about myself because I was so ashamed of having to go home and admit that this is where my life had come to. And for some reason, I just said,
I have to be involved.
But then I realized that I wasn't being asked to speak to athletes, that this was going to be the entire schools. I had never done that. I thought that, you know, what I spoke about was niche to athletes, but again, I had that pit in my stomach and I knew I had to just surrender.
And it's just exploded from there. Our foundation strives to help those that struggle so that they have the power to say, this is not how my story will end.
When I listen to Caleb speak, I think back to Tyler and what he was going through at his darkest moments. How Caleb connects to the kids.
It's raw, it's honest.
To see them engaged.
Makes you look inside yourself to see things that are brought to light.
To see that first kid speak.
And says, yep, I know exactly what that feels like.
And then to see a hands raised afterwards.
I would have prayed to have someone like Caleb in his life. Caleb was meant to be part of Tyler's memory. A candle had been lit. Caleb is carrying that candle for us, reaching a lot more than we ever could do on our own.
I think the foundation helps you deal with it a little bit. To see educators of 30 plus years tell us this is the best assembly that they've ever had helps us feel like, you know, now we're making a difference.
I talk to him every time we do an engagement with Caleb. And how I hope he's proud.
Sometimes I think he's watching and that he would be proud that we're helping others.